Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while. I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail?
I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But, we can talk about that later. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation.
Genius Invocation TCG. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not? Speaking of which, I believe you know Prince. This is the Cat's Tail after all, so I thought having a cat take care of our new customer.
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player. The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play. And he...
Wow, another good...
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Oh? What's that? Shuyan. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary...
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat.
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
It was the duels of Genius Invocation TCG that allowed our...
So, playing Genius Invocation...
Somehow...
Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my...
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself. That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you instead.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty card master Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not...
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh, seriously. Games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that?
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Yeah, what kind... Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does... if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach... Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of...
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying monsters...
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then, our two customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan?
But Shuyan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan?
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. you through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck, so place that on the table. Yes? You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
That's right. We have some cards.
Yeah. You're gonna need... Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar.
Are you sure that...
It's already been a few days and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything.
Alright, so now we have 2 character cards.
Yep. So, are you ready to start? All right, then let's begin. Welcome to the world of Genius. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew pew. Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to
Let's finish this, swiftly.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform... Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform... Of course, the most common action is to use Not bad. During the action phase, both sides will... After you use a skill to attack your... And as you can see, once the enemy finishes... Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent... So, we're gonna use... That was... But the game has only... And after you end round, you won't be able to... And once everyone chooses end round... All right! And a fresh new round me... Ooh, that's some terror. But don't worry, situation once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't... When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round, this means that since you finished first the last round... Alrighty then, let's learn each time you use a skill, your character will get... Once D-Loop's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But never mind. D-Luke's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your now it's time.
Verdict is...
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form. Next up, it's time for your second character card. Oh, it seems like any move by... When you deal cryo damage,
Cool it!
good! Now our opponent is different types of elemental damage affect enemies with an elemental react. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and... Oh, that reminds me! Both sides must have 1 active character. Normally, we can only use the active. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby, in this case, we'll have to... You can spend 1 elemental die.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn. Most skills can only Alright then, now... Because the opponent is already... When triggered, this will allow you to deal loads of Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than... These cards are all... Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand. Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have... Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of... So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type. Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this action. So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. But wait, D-Luke's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, well, Not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as by discarding one card from your hand, you can convert one elemental die into the element of your current, and this card isn't useful right now. So, we might... Sometimes, you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Ingenious Invocation TCG. Keeping up a constant flow of in this case, well, let's just take all, just like playing cards from your hand. Come on, hurry up! Use it. Well, would you look at this? Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal... Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back it. Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same... Oh boy! Let's see how you do this time.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now let me teach you one last trick, free of charge. You can preview your opponent's actions. That is to say, check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intended actions. Reference this to come up with a... Well then, that's the... Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action card. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and...
Victors!
All right, cool. Though, what we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new play. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be able to take on any of those rowdy booze hounds.
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such an eclectic skill set.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them.
Wait, this card? It's Diluc's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away.
Eye patch?
Ugh, I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share. I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the Cat's Tail is... It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door hit you where Lord Barbados split you. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kai... Well, now that we are familiar with the rules...
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. But in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards. Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards. Got it?
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've learned the rules, I can see that this one... Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucro's character cards. So, alright.
the adventure challenge you tried previously, duels are in a duel. Your opponent can also use action cards, and they'll also at the same time. Your opponent must also spend elemental dice to take
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Absorption test. Stand clear.
Ready when you are. Cool it!
Dodge this! Don't push your luck!
I want to help.
This will be interesting.
I can do it.
This will be interesting.
There can be no excuse or...
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
Don't get frostbite! Freeze!
I can do it.
I'm not done.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Animal hypostasis emulation!
Let's go.
My research has failed. Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was only a way to transplant...
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose. Don't be a sore loser. That kind of thing.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square. I know that. I just can't stand lose, but it was a fun match.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned. Especially when there's an alchemy genius like Albedo around to compare myself.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure it's normal to feel that way. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the score. And the desire to win pushes... seizing...
But what if you...
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You played well this last match.
Thank you.
Good. Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But...
I'll definitely be...
All right. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shian's likely been busy making his tavern more popular with his delicious cocktails. Pui, pui, pui. And we can't... Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shu...